moisture. The walls are nice and moist. You can see there's a lot of moisture. The window's all foggy. That means this is throwing off a ton of humidity, ton of moisture. Quick reading here. We got 6. Hey gang, welcome back to your review channel. Today I'm looking at an item that the company did send me and did compensate me to make a comparison video on these two air steamers that humidify the air. That's what they're designed to do. Two different sizes, two different types of units. We're doing a total unboxing. We're going to look at the specs on each one of these, give you a little quick feedback in each one of these, and we're going to look at them and see how they work. And I'll give you my opinion, honestly, out of my opinion, totally my opinion, 100%. It doesn't matter if I'm sponsored or not. I give you the opinion on both these products. I don't really care. We'll take them out of the box real quick and I'll let you know what I think, which one works better than the other, or maybe they're the same. We'll find out. Okay, guys, so we have two of these units right here. One is from Y&O and one is from Carepod. You can see they're dramatically different in size, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's better or worse. I don't really know. We'll have to take more look. We'll look into some of the specs real quick. The Carepod holds 1 gallon or 4 liters, approximately lasts around 30 hours. It says, I'll take a look at that all inside. I'm just looking on their website and giving you some of the specs exactly. Here are the manuals right here. Manuals are pretty even. They're easy to read. This has bigger print, easy to read print, which is good for me. Big print and big photos on the Y&O. I do like that right away. Just the first impressions. This is smaller, so if you like something smaller, that's okay. It's totally up to what you're looking for. But if you're looking for a whole house, this might be a better one. I don't know yet. We'll look into all that. Again, this is so let's look at this one first. It's a healthy air for the family, hydration, stainless steel container. You get easily washable in the dishwasher, things like that. Quick and easy cleaning, it says. Maintain. Let's just see what else it says here, if anything specific. Not too much, 30 hours, level 1 to 10 hours. You can do different levels of time, things like that. Healthy air. Runtime around 30 hours, it says. Capacity 4,000 milliliters, which is what I already said already. It's plastic and stainless steel, white container. That's what it is. So overall, and the only thing I did notice, honestly, on the, and this is just from looking online from Amazon, they said this was frequently returned. It doesn't tell you why it was frequently returned. It just says, and on Amazon themselves, just to be clear and transparent, this does say that, when this one did, the Y&O did not say that. I don't know if that means anything, but I'm just doing a comparison. These two systems right here. That's what I'm doing. And the Y&O, let's take a quicker look at that one. We'll run that there. This one here is a lot larger. Of course, this holds a lot more liquids. This holds 2.64 gallons. That is a lot. It has 1,200 milliliter high output and covers up to 1,000 feet. And this is a steam type. So the idea behind this here, this heats up. So the idea behind these two, I put on my, what I understand, is that this here you fill up with water and then creates the steam and then pushes it out, and it uses this. This goes in here like that. And we're going to run these, so stick with me. It's a little bit longer than normal review. I just want to show you. So this is easy to put on. This gasket comes off. You can take this all out. This comes out to wash the stainless steel bucket. So that's convenient. I like that. The only drawback, that only holds so much water. It's really, really small. So that's kind of a downfall. This all gasket has to be cleaned. You have to clean it all. This versus this one here, it heats up and you can use any tap water because it's going to distill it and steam it and basically purify the water before it pumps it out into steam. So this one is a little bit more efficient than this one. So this one you have to clean and maintain. This one here pretty much, I would say maybe more self-cleaning-ish kind of thing because you just put basic tap water in and it's going to work. And that's really cool. I like that. I like that. Boils it, I guess, at a low boil, then steams it, then comes out. It does come out hot. It does say caution. It comes out warm because it's steam. It's warm steam, which is really, really good. I like that. When you have a dry home, nothing like warm steam. That's really, really good. I don't see anything about that. I'm not sure if they have to use distilled water or not, but this one you do not for sure. So that I do know. So the comparison so far is that this is smaller, this is larger, this is returned more often, and then Amazon didn't say anything about this being returned. So easy to open this up. You got a little latch right here. This is how you take it off the cap. Very easy. I like the simplicity of this one. Honestly, it looks bigger and more, maybe a little bit more intimidating, but it's really not. Think about it. It's got two huge reservoirs that you can fill with water. Now that is cool. Check this out. So you don't have to take the whole machine with you and fill it up. You take these little buckets that have handles already built into them, right? And when you're done, you pop them right in here, just like this, and you're good to go. You're not going to get much easier than that. I mean, that's pretty easy. There's all kinds of buttons right here. There's a timer, how much steam you want to come out. You can lock it, power on and off, percentages. That's what's on here. And this is the locks. If you have children, you can lock it up as well. So honestly, I mean, to me, I mean, it depends what you're looking for. As far as I'm concerned, I think this one's probably a little bit better because it's bigger. But if you have a small area, this might be okay. But honestly, I think this one looks a lot larger. And let's just put it through. We're going to add some water to both of these units here. Let's see how fast they start up. Let's see how much they push out for steam. And that's the only way you're really going to know. But that's cool. Put that in here like that. I mean, it's easy, but close that button. There's only 3 buttons here. Basically, it says mist, power, and timer. That's only 3 settings on here. Versus this one here has many more settings and many more controls within the device itself. All right, guys, if you enjoy this type of content, and if you'd like to see these comparable videos, let me know. Leave some comments down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It means a lot to me as well. There'll be links everywhere for these products. I do get a small commission, as you do know. It costs you nothing. Just being fair and transparent. This is a comparison video. And I'm doing this basically just from what I'm seeing. It's nothing to do with who sponsors or not. If this was, it doesn't really matter. Which one, as far as I would like personally, I think I'd go for this one personally because I don't want to keep filling the bucket up all the time. This is a holds much more water and does much larger surface. But this really all depends on what your uses are. If you have a smaller room, maybe this is okay. I don't know. But I think personally for me, I'd go with the large one. And it seems to be made quite nice. Okay, guys, so I filled a little bit of water in here, and I did look at the manual, and it does recommend either filtered or distilled. Okay, that's what you have to know, filter or distilled. There's water in here, so that's all set to go. I'm gonna close that up. And then here I have one of the tanks. I got some water in here. So you can either fill up the tank and carry it to the unit, or you can just get a pan and fill it up, whatever is easy for you. Totally up to you guys. And we're just going to drop this in the tank, just like this here. And that has a little valve in the bottom. It's actually filling up the bottom of the reservoir as we speak. We're going to pop this lid on then. And, okay, let's turn the power on this one. Let's turn the power on this one. Starting to work. I can feel the mist coming out of it already. Almost instantly, it's telling you the percentage of humidity. You can adjust this to the humidity. You can adjust this, on and off as the humidity gets more humid. You can actually stop it. You can actually have to read the humidity, percentages of humidity, 60s. So 60, yeah, 50, 70, and 60. So you can actually adjust the humidity on this actual device. I'm not sure what's going on with this one. This is already thrown out already. Nice mist already. Wow, that's pretty fast, I have to tell you. Let's see, that's 3. You can do 1 hour, 2 hours, 4 hours, or constantly on. You got different settings here. I'll get some close-ups in a second. Geez, they're working pretty well. I needed to add some more water. So I put it back on. This is on here. This is actually boiling. Actually, it's cleaning the water. It's distilling the water. Again, you have to use filtered water with this one here. This one you can just use tap water. Really, really easy. So let me just show you a couple close-ups real quick. Okay, so I want you to see, this is the settings here. So basically this one here just has the power button, mist, and timer. That's all this one has. This one has different variations of humidity. You can do 50, 70, or 60. Like that. Actually, I like high humidity, so let's keep it on 70. You can have a percentage. You can have a 3 dots as high, medium, and low. And then you can do timing. You can do 1 hour, 2 hours, or 3 hours. Totally up to you. And it's actually getting to misting right now. Actually, it's hard to see the mist. I can actually I can hear it actually bubbling right now. So that's kind of cool. I can hear that. And let's turn this one on here. There we go. Just turn that one on. And that one's misting already. You can see that misting. I don't know if you can see that. I don't want to fog the camera. So this one is already misting. It's coming out. Again, you do have to use filtered water or distilled water in this, okay? Just like that. This one here is already starting to come out warm, misting. All right, it's already coming out nice and warm. And it's actually nice. And I like the warm mist personally, but it's totally up to you. It's coming out warm. Yep. That's actually really cool. Well, that's really, really nice. Very interesting. So this is already misting already. This took a little bit longer to mist, but you're going to get a nice warm clean mist. The water's already being purified by being boiled. Basically, it's boiling itself. It's distilling itself. That's what it's doing. By boiling the water, it's distilling itself. Well, that's warm, so be careful. This does get warm, but that steam is coming out, and that's coming out pretty aggressive right there. You can see my hands all wet. And this one's coming out cool. So this is coming, but it's not coming out a lot, but you can see it is coming out. And this is coming out nice and warm. So you get a warm mist, cool mist. This holds a lot more. This will last a lot longer. It's self-cleaning. All you have to do is wipe it down, and that's all you have to do. Versus this one here, you do have to sanitize it, and you have to clean it, and you got to take the filter, and you got to wash it, all that stuff there. This one, you don't have to do any of that. So that's kind of cool. I like that. That's interesting. I like that. Let's put the light back on so we can see what's going on here. Let's say so you can see. So this is misting. It's doing what it's supposed to do. It's doing its thing. But this is coming out warm mist. Again, it's hard to see, but it is a warm mist. Now, a warm mist is really just coming out. Again, the cool mist you can actually see more than the warm mist. The warm mist is just coming out on my hand. My hand's all wet. You can see that. One more thing I want to show you just before we wrap up the video. I'm doing 3 more tests. I'm testing how much power consumption there is in each one of these. I have a power meter here. We're going to test the noise level. I have a decimal meter as well. And we're going to also check the humidity in a room. So we'll do a little testing real quickly with this and just see which one performs better. We'll have to see what's going on. The one thing I do like mostly about this one here is that the bucket, really easy to fill. Like I said before, it's got this little valve in the bottom. I want to show you this little valve here. This is the little valve that actually stops and starts the water. It's almost like a little set valve right there. And what that does when you fill this bucket up, it doesn't leak when you bring it over. And when you pop it in, hard to see inside here, but the little check valve down there that hits on that and fills up the reservoir automatically and fills it as it's needed. And that's the really, really important thing. I like that. It holds a lot of fluid here. This one here doesn't hold as much, but we'll go wrap it up in a minute. The Carepod real quick. You can see it's steaming already. And let's take a look and see what the amperage is. So 0.36, right around there. That's what it's pulling out. Yep. Let's take a look at the watts. 0.1 watts. That's the low. Let's see here. Kilowatts, volts, 122 is perfect. And 0.36 amps. So that's what it's pulling for amperage out of the small one, out of the Carepod, 3.6, 3.7, right around there. And let's just take a quick here. We have 3 different level settings, low, medium, and high. And put on the high, and we got 3.37 amps. That's what this was pulling approximately. So 0.37 amps. Now, I assume this one here is going to probably draw more. It's a lot bigger. It distills the water and does a little bit, I think, more of an area. And I'll take a look at those quick specs in a minute. Here is approximately 70%. I have it on 70%. It is coming out a nice warm mist. Again, you don't have to buy distilled water or filtered water. Huge, huge benefit. It is drawing more amperage, of course, 8.20 approximately. That is the amperage it's drawing. So this does draw more significant power, but it's also doing a different job. It's distilling your water. It's creating warm mist instead of the cool mist. It's coming out nice and warm. And if you like a warm mist, there really are no other options. This is really coming out nicely, super warm. You know, you really like that warm mist. Is really good for all kinds of conditions, I think. You know, I personally like warm mist and a cool mist myself. But that's what it's doing. So that's just the facts. The facts are this is drawing more power, but it's also doing a different job. Okay, so we'll start with the big one, and we'll just check have a decimal meter here. Let's just see where we're at. I'm going to be quiet for a second. Say around 50 decibels, you saw that. And let's just test this other one here. Misting, I shut this one off. And let's see what the decimal is. I'll be quiet for a minute. So around 37. So it is a little bit quieter. And that's just the way it is. It's just, this is a cool mist, doesn't need as much energy, and it doesn't make as much noise. This sends out a warm mist, uses more energy, and a little bit louder. So that's really just a comparison, just to let you know. I'll be in black and white here just to show you exactly what's what. And let's go go into a small room, set these up, and see how much humidity, and let's measure before and after an hour, and let's see which one does, and then we're going to wrap it up the video. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Do appreciate that. Small bathroom here, nothing, maybe 100 square feet, not too big. I have the Carepod here. I have my temperature and humidity sensor right here. So 51% humidity right now, 73 degrees. It gives you the high and the low right here, as you can see. So it's all set to go. It's all regulated. So temperature in here is 73 and 51% humidity. Let's turn this on. We're going to come back in an hour and see what we have for humidity. I'm going to put it on high. It's coming out, and we're going to see exactly in an hour. Right now it is 9:30 a.m. and we're going to come back at 10:30, and we're going to see how much humidity was put into this room after 1 hour. Okay, so we come up. It's been about an hour. We're going to check the humidity of the bathroom. It's kind of steamy in here, and here is the results. So the results are, we started at 50%. And we are at now 66%, which means it's wet. It did exactly what it's supposed to do. It created humidity, which is fine. Temperature is 70 degrees, and that's exactly what we have. So we're going to hook up the other one and run this one also for an hour, and we'll reset this and see where we're at. Okay, guys, we're going to start out with the bigger unit here, the OLI. This is the big unit. It's running. I have it set for 70% humidity. It's 56. I'm checking it right here. It is 55, so it does work really, really well. So that's perfect. Again, it has three different settings for timer. You have 1 hour, 2 hours, and 4 hours. Low, medium, high. We're going to put it on high. We have it set to 70% humidity. And we're going to run this for the hour. Same exact test. And we're going to see what the temperature is in here and also the humidity after the hour. This is what we're doing right now. Let's run this. Right now, we just reset everything at 55, as you can see. Temperature is 71, 55% humidity, and then we'll just see how it is in here, the temperature-wise of the room, and also how it feels humidity-wise, and we'll take the measurements. All right, let's check back in an hour. Stay tuned. It's been around almost an hour, and you can see it is super moist in here. Look at the humidity here. Look at the moisture. The mirrors all full of moisture. The walls are nice and moist. You can see there's a lot of moisture. The windows all foggy. That means this is throwing off a ton of humidity, ton of moisture. Quick reading here, we got 69% humidity, which is nice and wet, and 73%. So that means it's a nice, warm, moist air. Really, really nice. We're going to shut that down. Really works quite well. I'll tell you, if you're looking for good, warm moisture, this thing blows the other one away, as far as I'm concerned. The other one was cold, didn't give it a ton of moisture off. This does up to 1,000 square feet, does a lot of space. This is a really, really nice item. Definitely going to recommend that. You can just see the moisture everywhere. It just shows you that this is pushing out nice, warm, moist air, and that's what this does. So this is exactly what it does. It does a great job. You can see the whole place is so moist. Again, 70%, that's a lot of humidity, almost 72%. You can see the max and the minimum right there. You can see right there, absolutely a lot of humidity. Fantastic. This works great. All right, guys, I brought you some value. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Definitely, this is the winner as far as I'm concerned. Hands down, as far as warm, moist, and a ton of humidity. Exact same time, roughly about an hour, and fantastic. This is what I got. Hope you enjoyed this review. It was a little bit more detailed, but I really wanted to show you the difference between these two items here. Easy to clean, self-maintaining, basically cleaning, wiping it out, very easy. You just use regular water, not distilled or not filtered. Really easy, less expensive, and the water part of it, and then you're good to go. All right, guys, appreciate it as always. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next review.